Welcome to Seeing This bonus episode, where today we have a very special draft. As some of you may know, we are entering Pisces season. One of our hosts here, Erica, the Feisty Pisces McMullen, is a Pisces, and she said, hey, why don't we mix it up and have a Pisces draft? Also on the call, Adrian, the Gerber babyface assassin. Cedeno, yeah, that's your last name.
Yes, that is.
I'm Michael, the movie Mom Ornelas, and Erica, with your birthday coming up and this being your draft, I think I'd put you on the spot and have you explain what our categories are.
Oh, yeah, that works out. Okay, so we have 6 categories. And if you're new here, the 6 categories always wild card. So it always kind of depends on what we like. So we have Pisces as the lead, either actor or actress is fine. Movies that make you cry. Sorry, Pisces, but we're criers.
Emotional, huh?
Movies that have a psychic in it. Movies that revolve around a body of water. Movies that have fish or, like, I guess, multiple fish in the movie, and then our wild card.
Got it. Excellent. Now, I do have a question, and I could have asked when we were discussing this, but psychic, how does that correlate to Pisces?
So typically, Pisces are very intuitive and often are said to have psychic abilities. Just kind of based on, since we are the last Zodiac sign, it's more based on us encompassing kind of like a lot of traits from each of the Zodiacs. So it kind of gives us a feel and like these vibes that we can kind of like base off of, like when we come into a room or when we're in an area that we're new to. But it's mostly said that they have a lot of intuitive abilities about them.
From 1 to 10, what's your psychic ability?
Probably like an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
That's pretty damn.
I would probably rank my dad like a 9, which
Wow.
It's absolutely insane because he doesn't really, not that he doesn't believe in that, but he doesn't really practice any of that or look into that. Whereas like me, like I like to practice those things about myself. But he's got a gift. He's got this weird knack of knowing things that we don't know how.
We'll have to do a psychic challenge for a bonus episode. See how you do. All right. So with our draft here, let's jump right into it. As always, we have our handy dandy wheel of cinema with us. All right. Updated our photos. Everyone's so happy. Here we go.
Give it to me.
Hey, Adrian.
For the first time ever.
Finally, Adrian gets the first pick. Second pick. We're going to have the wheel spin, and it's landing on me. Woo! That was close.
This will be really good for you guys or really bad for you guys.
Yeah. As I was looking, this draft, I think I have the most depth of any draft we've done, because looking up how many people are actually Pisces and movies that are bodies of water, it's pretty extensive. So I'm not too concerned.
That's why I'm excited. I think we're all going to have like really different movies. I mean, if you look at our drafts, we all typically have very different movies, but
there's only been a couple heartbreak stills so far. Oh, that's another thing. Speaking of past drafts, we also said we're going to try to avoid drafting movies that we've drafted in other drafts, just for the sake of expanding. And then that should be pretty easy.
The one movie I will never apologize for picking multiple times is Shrek. So we're just gonna pretend that movie is not included.
Okay. It almost qualifies, but anyways. Okay, so Erica, you don't have first pick. Sorry about your luck. Adrian, you have first pick. You're going to kick off our draft.
Okay. I don't think you guys are going to have any of mine. So I think I'm good going. However, it's true to me. I don't think we're going to have any mix-ups there. I'll just get my guy out of the way, and we'll go Kurt Russell. He was born...
You're already on brand. Just go to Kurt.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Yeah. Born March 17th. And we're going to go Big Trouble in Little China.
Nice.
1986 by John Carpenter.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's correct.
That's a classic Kurt Russell movie.
So funny though.
Like I said, there's so many actors we could choose from. Kurt
There's a
Russell,
lot.
right on brand. I love it. Okay, so Kurt Russell is the number one pick, Big Trouble in Little China, and that's as your Pisces in a lead role. What do you like about that movie? Sell the movie for people that haven't seen it.
It's just a good, fun movie. Full of one-liners. I mean, Kurt Russell was good in it. It's just a fun fantasy movie that had, kung fu and was, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was the fantasy side of it was kind of fun. The kung fu side of it was fun. And yeah, it was Kurt Russell. You can't go wrong. It was green
And
eyes.
fantasy, anything is very Pisces. That's a good pick.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Kurt Russell, lead actor. It's
Excellent
all
pick.
in the reflexes.
So I think there's such a plethora of Pisces in a lead role for me, at least of what I'm looking at. My second highest or largest depth of categories probably movies to make you cry, but I looked at like sad cry and also like beautiful cry or like,
Yeah, for me, either or, because like I said, I mean, you guys have heard me. I think almost every episode I've talked about a movie that makes me cry. So it's very on brand.
So in honor of this being the Pisces draft, I'm going to go with the ability we were just talking about with their psychic abilities. And I am going with my boy, Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. You can essentially say The Shining is just another term for being psychic. Our little boy, Danny, can hear things and see things that are happening throughout the hotel, even before they happen. I always go back and forth between this and 2001 Space Odyssey as my favorite Kubrick movie, but realistically, I watch this one more, and it's such a, it's scary in a very creepy way it's filmed, but the presentation and the performance by Jack specifically,
Yeah.
I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going to bash your brains in, like it's funny. It's almost a comedy. So,
And I definitely think every actor and actress just dreams of playing like a psychotic character at one point in their career,
yeah, and he set the bar. Shout out to Jack Nicholson, who was at the SNL 50th anniversary special. Introduced Adam Sandler, and that was probably the best part of that bit. Just to digress, did you guys get a chance to see any of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched the 50th show that they put on, like the 2-hour special, the homecoming special, and then I also watched the musical one because I wanted to watch that so bad, but
same, but okay.
Hilarious. Eddie Murphy, dear God, will never in his life not be funny. Hey.
I mean, he still has the spark that he's always had, right?
Yeah.
SNL, some of the bits they didn't hit for me, but we don't need to go down that road. Marty.
This is movies, not TV.
So The Shining. I'm taking in psychic. So now we're to Erica, and your first pick.
Hey, but I get 2 picks, right?
Correct.
Cool. So I'm gonna go with Pisces lead. And this woman holds near and dear special to my heart because I feel like she is just one of the absolute greatest talents that we've come across. A nice little nod to horror, obviously, and to one of my favorites, Jordan Peele. But we're gonna go with my birthday girl, Lupita Nyong'o, in Us. Now, her and I both share the same birthday, which is like super exciting, and I love that about her. But like solid actress, like absolutely stunning in everything that she does. One of the most beautiful people maybe on the planet. But she is going to be my Pisces lead in Us by Jordan Peele.
Interesting. She's very incredibly talented. I think there's a couple movies you could have taken her.
Oh yeah.
So why I feel like that's often like the less like lower tier of Jordan Peele, like Us doesn't get as much credit.
It doesn't get enough appreciation.
Was she the lead in that?
Yeah.
She is the lead in that. Yeah. So I think just her range of playing both of those characters in that movie is just stunning.
Yeah.
Like you said, I don't think it gets enough credit compared to all of his other things that he's done. But I would take her in that performance any day.
Yeah, she's incredible in everything she's in.
Yeah.
I completely agree. So you have another pick here. That's your Pisces lead. Where we go next?
That is my Pisces lead. So for my next one, I'm going to pick movies with fish in it. And I'm going to go with an absolute stunner of a movie. Ewan McGregor. I'm going to go with
I know what you're doing.
I'm going to go with Big Fish.
Oh,
And if you have not seen this movie, and this is to everybody, like if you watch this podcast and you haven't seen that movie, or you know somebody who hasn't seen that movie, recommend it.
For sure.
It's star-studded. It's got a lot of people at their very youngest when they were starting out, which is really great. You've got like these really great people who add so much depth and so much creativity to this movie, and it's just so on brand Pisces of being like quirky and weird and mystical and magical, and like a literal fish, like his father turns into a literal fish at the end of the movie. Spoiler. But it's great. Absolutely great.
Tim Burton film, and you got, like you said,
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor, you got Albert Finney, you have Billy Crudup, one of my
Is
favorite.
Tim Burton a Pisces?
You're asking for research I haven't looked up per se.
Sorry. I'm like, you guys usually have computer screens.
Yeah, yeah. I could get his contact info if I had. But he's. I mean, I think this is one of his movies that often gets overlooked.
Yes.
And I even include movies that are like bad that are talked about a lot, like the Alice in Wonderlands or Wonka. But this one is actually a good movie that doesn't get talked about enough. I always joke with my buddy Sean, shout out Sean, that he's like the guy, the old man that's telling these stories.
Oh, nice.
Tyler makes it all big. And if you guys haven't seen Big Fish, like Erica said, you'll know what I mean once I see that, and you probably know people in your life like that. So great pick. You took that from me. That was my fish pick, so now I'm fucked. Thank you.
You're not fucked. There are plenty of fish movies. You just gotta be creative.
For sure. Well, I mean, listen, I got the next pick, and fish is very limited for me, so I've got to go with if I'm not gonna get Big Fish. I'm trying to think if we've drafted this movie, but I'm going to pick it and see if you guys protest because I don't remember. But Finding Nemo.
We have not.
We have not, right?
I did a character.
Talked about Ori,
in the cartoon animation. Like I think I picked this
Yeah.
character.
So we'll allow it. Cool. So Finding Nemo, I mean, listen, how accurate they were to the types of fish they use. All of the fish that start off at the beginning in Australia, and then they get separated into the fish tank at the dentist's office. Shout out Brad Garrett. Voices. I forgot his name. Like the bloated, not the bloated fish, the puffer fish.
The puffer fish.
Yeah.
Great voice actor, great work there. And
Oh my god, now it's gonna drive me nuts on his name. What's his name?
Who?
The pufferfish.
Oh, like in
Bloat.
the
Yeah.
Bloat.
Oh, so
Bloat?
Bloat.
Okay.
well,
Bloat.
yeah, I was right. The bloatfish. But yeah, Finding Nemo. What a time! I was, I think, a junior in high school when that came out. I remember seeing that with my girlfriend at the time. Great movie theater memories. Finding Nemo. What a great one. Adrian, we're back to you.
All right. I'm gonna go down my list in order, so we'll go Make You Cry. And this movie, I can't watch it and not cry every single time. $1 Million Baby.
Really?
Yeah, in 2004, Clint Eastwood.
Cry, Michael?
Oh,
It's just
so
so.
bad.
Oh, go ahead. Give your.
It's such a good movie. No, I want to hear what you have to say.
No.
Wait, hold on. Time out. I think for your movie to pass the test, you have to ask me if I've cried in it.
And that qualifies.
That qualifies.
Got it. I don't have a beef with the movie other than it's incredibly fucked up and like almost manipulative the way that's what you leave with and what happens. And then like, it's not a rewatchable. So if you're saying, it doesn't have to
No.
be. It doesn't have
mean,
It's maybe like a once
like
every
this.
10 years.
I'll rewatch it.
to. I see that on repeat.
Yeah, I watch it a lot.
Adrian's like, I need a good cry today. $1 million baby.
No, it's like right before I get to the crying part. Okay, that's enough.
Sure.
Yeah, that one made me cry.
All right, so that qualifies.
I apologize.
Movies that make you cry. You have another pick. So far, you've done Pisces in a lead, and you have done movies that make you.
Ooh, okay. So my psychic movie is gonna be Get Out, 2017, Jordan Peele. Man, that was such a good movie. So intense.
Who is
What an interesting
psychic in
character.
that movie?
Yeah, where's the
Okay, so define psychic, because she is literally kidnapping them through their minds.
She's the hypnotist.
Yeah, I think it's different.
I feel like psychology. Okay, all right, I'll take it. I got another one. I'll take that.
Let's hear your other one.
Great movie, but
it is a great movie. Don't get me wrong. Jordan Peele.
I feel like it's psychic. It deals with psychotic tendencies and
that's not what being
crazy.
psychic is, though. That's not what being psychic is. Psychic is being able to see things come or happen, or to communicate through your mind. Some could even say telekinesis, like moving things, is a psychic power.
Okay, so what would a psychiatrist be? Would that be psychic?
No. No.
Oh, that wouldn't be the same thing?
No, because you're just talking. You're talking, and you might be able to manipulate someone's mind through communication, but that's not just.
How's that not psychic? You're manipulating somebody's mind.
So psychic more in the sense of you're using your mind to manipulate something physically, not mentally. Does that make sense? So
Sure.
So for the telekinetic that he's talking about, that's a psychosis power. So psychic is meaning things that are gonna happen before they happen.
Okay, so would the sixth sense qualify as that?
I would actually count that, yes.
You got the Pisces approval. I have nothing to
say. Would you count that, Michael? We could have a vote.
Okay, so psychic would be the sense that he has a sense outside of his normals one, and he sees things other people don't see. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, so it essentially I correlate that with being a medium, and that's psychic. If that makes sense. That's a we just told him psychic power, so that would be a
I'd allow it.
psychic.
I mean, if you're saying that they're a medium, sure. Yeah.
Well, if you see dead people, you are a medium.
Yeah. So is that your pick?
Yeah, so I'll take 1999's
I like that
Sixth
pick
Sense.
way better.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Do you remember first time watching this? Did you see it in the theater?
No, I didn't see it in theater, but I do remember the first time I watched it. I watched it at home.
You didn't know the twist?
No. I had no idea.
You want to know what's crazy, Michael? My dad knew the twist within 5 minutes of that fucking movie.
There you go.
Yeah, my mom did too.
My mom was
this is a fucking biography. I've seen this.
My mom does that all the time.
Oh man.
Just calls out what's about to happen.
No, she won't even call it out. She'll just know, and then 5 seconds before the reveal, she's like, "Oh yeah, this is what's happening."
See, that's why when you get a good movie that depends on your expectations and then totally flips it is nice.
Yeah, when you get a good plot twist in there.
But yeah, Sixth Sense. I mean, that's put M. Night on the scene. His first movie, and what a knockout! Set the bar for directorial debuts. And to this day holds up. I rewatched it, I think maybe last week. Toni Collette is in that and fucking crushing it. I'm a Toni Collette fan for life. If we ever watch one of her movies, I better get first pick.
I mean, her performance in Hereditary is just...
Yeah. Now, just because you bring it up, would something like that count as psychic?
No, because that's witchcraft that's happening.
That's legit witchcraft.
That's which, yeah.
Black magic doesn't
I
count.
wouldn't count that.
All right. Okay, fair enough. You took Sixth Sense. Great movie. That comes to me. I've done Psychic and My Fish.
Excuse me.
What?
I have not picked yet again.
Yeah, Mike's next, and then you.
Yeah.
No. Hold on.
I'm
Oh,
one.
you know what happened? Adrian, your pick doesn't count. Erica was supposed to pick again after Big Fish.
No.
Yeah? Hold on.
He's third. I'm
How many
one. So
movies do you
so
have, Michael?
Check it out.
Yeah.
How many movies do you have?
I have 2.
Adrian, how many do you have?
Yes.
3 because I just did my 2.
Okay, no, Michael, it is your turn. My
Yeah,
bad.
you're throwing me off.
I don't know why I thought I picked second.
No. Get out of here. There's always one of us. Usually it's me that tries to steal a pick, but thanks for keeping form and
So
tradition.
the accusation is completely valid.
And it would have
But
been that.
Now it's balanced. Okay. I'm going to go body of water. You know, okay, sorry. I'm going to take body of water and I'm just going to take Titanic. I mean, how do I not take Titanic? We haven't taken. Have we taken Titanic in anything? I don't think so.
I think it was honorable mention.
I think we've like talked about it, and we've been not that we look
swimming around Titanic.
We love the movie Titanic, okay, but it's not the greatest movie out there. All right, there's just I mean,
I like how you're downplaying my pick. That's nice.
No, I'm not trying to downplay your pick, but like the Titanic is set for specific categories and picks and stuff like that, and this is where I think it might fit in the most.
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's definitely a body of water. But you know, they re-released it, I think maybe last year on the big screen 2 years ago, and like it still is really compelling and holds up even before you get to the iceberg. Like there's so much happening before the boat even hits the iceberg, and then once it happens, there's just like no turning back from there.
I remember watching anything that Billy Zane was in after that movie and was like, fuck you.
Do I get bonus points because Billy Zane is a Pisces and he's in this movie? No.
You do not.
Shout out Billy Zane, fellow Pisces. So Titanic, James Cameron's Titanic, body of water.
Solid.
Erica, now it is your pick.
Thank you.
No problem.
So wait, have you picked, which categories have you picked, Michael?
I've done psychic, fish, and body of water.
Okay, and you've done psychic, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
but I do want to get to body of water because I don't think you're gonna pick my wild card or my cry movie. Ooh, this is kind of a toss up. So I'll explain this for the pod.
You know what it is? I think maybe the third pick, there's just an energy that like
because you gotta strategize a little bit, you know?
Now you're like, Adrian, you guys pick for me.
Well, no, so like I have an animated film, which very much holds up, but I also have a live action film that I feel like.
Which one are you watching if you had to pick one? You know.
Sir, these are both in my rotation of repeated movies to watch. I'm gonna go with Pirates of the Caribbean for my body of water.
Good pick.
I'll explain my other pick as well. Great film. 1, 2, and 3, absolutely one of the most underrated trilogies I think in all of movies.
Wow.
As far as like a franchise goes, I think it's overlooked a lot. Especially since we were that was like when CGI had like first come out, so you couldn't really take any shortcuts to make it go quicker and get the movie out. The CGI in this film is absolutely freaking unreal. The storyline is great. I remember when Curse of the Black Pearl, which is the one I'm taking. I remember when Curse of the Black Pearl like came out, and it was just like, holy fuck! Like this is such an ingenious idea for a movie. Based on a ride, you know what I mean? Like based on a ride that happens in Disneyland. Like it's absolutely insane. But obviously happening in a lot of bodies of water. There's fish people. They do stuff underwater. Definitely perfect for the Pisces pick of body of water movie.
If you never been to Disneyland, folks, and you go and you're walking more than you've ever walked in your life,
which is probably accurate,
your way over to the Pirates of the Caribbean for a break.
Solid.
The line's not always too bad. It moves pretty quick, but once you get on, it's a nice relax. If you got
as long as the ride's working.
Don't mind the smell. It always smells that way. All right,
It
good.
becomes nostalgic.
Yeah. Now at this point, it's like the bad pizza in elementary school. It's probably not good for you, but it smells good. Okay, so Erica, you have another pick.
All right. So I'm going to do my wild card. Now,
Okay.
this is a really shit movie. Childhood. This is all I remember from my childhood. You'd want to go in the pool and play mermaids after you saw it. And it's absolutely perfect because it is named after the Pisces birthstone. And it's a movie called Aquamarine. And it's about this, it's essentially about this mermaid. And these two girls meet her and they try to get her to believe in love by falling in love with this lifeguard. An absolute campy, like, you're going to a sleepover, you're watching this movie, but it's very on brand for Pisces. Playing around with a mermaid on the beach, falling in love, like, it's perfect.
JoJo, the singer.
Yes, JoJo. Emma Roberts is in it, and
That's about it.
I always forget the gal in the middle, the actual mermaid.
Sarah Paxton?
Sarah, that's right,
Sarah
Sarah Paxton.
Paxton, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, 2006 film. I've never heard of this.
All of the girlies will know what this is.
Is it kind of like a live action Little Mermaid, just a different story, maybe, or no?
I'd imagine that most mermaid movies, that was like the same type of.
I see.
Although she like wasn't running away from her parents, I don't remember that. Like,
Aquamarine. Wow.
stupid Ariel did.
Sure. With that being said, you got the Little Mermaid right there, but okay, Aquamarine.
Aquamarine is it's more tailored to Pisces.
Okay,
That's all I'm saying.
I hope we got a lot of Pisces listeners there.
So mermaids are considered fish?
No, but the body of water more likely. She did wild card.
It's for my wild card.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think I would qualify them as maybe if. Would you qualify them as fish?
It's easier to just say body of water. I mean,
correct.
No, I think
I'm asking for me.
No, he's asking like
Little
if
Mermaid
she
is still
picked
available,
something.
and I need fish.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Well, no, I disagree. I'd say yes because there's a lot of fish in the movie. We didn't say that the lead.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't have to be centered around
You got
fish.
Flounder and Sebastian. I guess that's a crustacean, but whatever.
But I'll
Okay.
tell you right now, Adrian, there's some better fish movies that you could pick.
And you can't take Free Willy. That's a mammal.
Yeah,
That is
but there's fish in the movie. He feeds them fish.
See, that's where we're gonna
cheap.
see. That's why I
That's
don't
cheap.
think that mermaids should be in fish.
He's like, the food he eats is fish.
Yeah, no.
Movie is some guy
I'm gonna
fished it.
I'm gonna say Nick.
He works at a fish
the
market, or he
mermaid
steals fish
for
from the fish market. I have to
That's
keep
not your
point of the
pick.
movie.
You think about it. It's my pick. Let's try
Well,
it.
I'm just gonna say I say no to mermaids in the fish category because there's plenty of movies where it centers around a literal fish.
Yeah.
Classic movies.
what?
I'll just throw that your way, Adrian.
Like
classic
what?
movies.
I mean, yeah.
That's all I'll say is classic movies. We're not giving you any more hints.
Here, while I do my pick, you ask ChatGPT and let him pick for you. So
Blind picks are not welcome. Have your list ready.
Okay, so I've taken Psychic Fish, Body of Water. That leaves me with Pisces in a lead, Movies That Make Me Cry, and Wild Card. Oh, heavenly heavens. There's some good, make you cry movies, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. And what do I have here?
The Aquarius.
So here's the thing.
Yes.
Now, when we say Pisces in a lead, now, if there's, let's say, two male actors that get more screen time, but the female actress gets the most of the females, we're counting that as a lead, right? Because technically they're the lead actress.
No.
Wait, okay, hold on.
You
I
guys
think I
have been
followed that,
disputing
actually.
every single one of my calls so far, so
like,
no,
talking
I
about-
cannot
so,
We're
like,
allow
talking about
this.
therapy being a psychic power.
Time
Come on.
Are the two males, is the story centered around them, or is it centered around the woman?
I'd argue it's centered around one of the men and her. Wow. Listen, that's fine. I won't take it. I was just curious.
No,
It's fine. I won't take it.
I was gonna say yes, but okay. I was gonna say yes because, and I'll explain. You've taken a Pisces lead?
The both of them have the both of you
Right
have.
here.
Really?
I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yes based on what my second option was.
There's a better movie. Like
Okay.
not better movie. I think it'll get me more votes movie, I guess I should say.
Okay, then Michael, do
Yes.
that one.
But do I like there's other ones too. Okay. You know what?
Stalling again, Adrian.
No.
Stalling again.
You know what? Fuck you guys. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take
Turns off the podcast.
I win.
Fuck you guys.
March 19th is Pisces, correct?
Yes.
That is going
Barely.
That is going to our man, our boy, our action movie star who, is currently not in the best health. So this pick is for him. He is in the lead role here. And that is Pulp Fiction. Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction in Pisces and the lead. And just for more bonus points, our boy Samuel L. Jackson, also in the movie.
No bonus points for you.
He's also a
bonus
Pisces.
points.
So double Pisces again for me. I just want to call that out for our listeners, okay? So Pulp
That's
Fiction.
not the rules, listeners.
They might be impressed and say, you know what? It's close, but I'm going Mike. Pulp Fiction, holds up to this day. The writing is incredible. Won an Oscar for its writing. Quentin Tarantino, he had Reservoir Dogs before this movie, but Pulp Fiction just changed the way people watch movies, the way people thought movies could be made. And realistically, all he was doing was pulling from international films done before. That's why I try to encourage people to watch international films, because there's so much creativity that happens there. And Quentin brought it over to be delivered in a digestible way to an American audience. So Pulp Fiction, a Royale with cheese. We still reference and quote it to this day. So can't get a better pick than that for Bruce Willis, Pisces in Elite. Now, back to...
Wait, hold on a second. You said Quentin Tarantino.
I said Quentin Tarantino directed it, but Bruce Willis is the lead.
Okay.
Yeah. Right?
So, throw out Bruce Willis first.
You know what, Erica? I love this, okay? Because when this episode comes out, you go back and listen, and you'll see I said Bruce Willis first, March 19th.
I'll beg to differ. You can rewind it right after we stop.
I can't. You know what? I won't have to, because I'm going to edit this bitch, and I'm going to send it to you.
He's going to edit it so that
he's... fuck out of here. Anyways, Adrian, your pick.
I'm dead.
All right, we'll go Body of Water, and we'll do Castaway.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks, Castaway. It was circled around being stranded on an island in the Pacific Ocean. So yeah, that's an epic movie. It's like our version of Robinson Crusoe, right?
Sure.
So yeah, it's a great movie. Tom Hanks was so good in that, and Wilson.
The scene where he has to pop out that root
tooth?
canal. Or he was supposed to get a root canal or anything like that, and then he
happens to have a ice skate to jam into it.
Not fun.
And then the irony of his wife ending up with the dentist is just absolutely fucked up. It's been out for ages.
Parameters to spoil. And also, Adrian, you qualify for bonus points. Tom Hanks.
Yes.
Yes. Erica hates the bonus points.
It's so stupid.
I'm just calling it out. If we're going to do a Pisces draft, we got to do it right. All right. So you're taking Castaway and Body of Water. You have Wild Card and Fish left.
Ooh. So you guys aren't going to take my wild card, but I'm still working on Fish, I guess, since everything is unacceptable.
Gotta be a fish.
How about, hold on.
Wait.
Think of a classic movie, a great movie, came out a long time ago. It's literally about a fish.
There's a few fish movies, but they're not, I wouldn't consider them good. Like The Incredible Mr. Limply. I remember watching that as a kid. It was bad then.
I feel like giving you this one,
Free
but I'm
Willy
gonna be
has
pissed if
fish.
you win. No, Free
That's
Willy
not a
doesn't
fish
count. That's a
movie.
mammal. That's
Yeah.
a mammal.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
We already had this argument.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one.
Okay, give me one.
Jaws.
So we've
That's
picked Jaws
We picked
before
that before, and it's not a fish. That's a
What?
shark.
in the
Okay,
monster.
first of all, shark or fish. Second of all, who picked Jaws?
I picked Jaws in the monster movie draft.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll give you one.
I have another
I
one
got
right
some. I
here.
got some. I'm just gonna stay on point and stick to me and my kids because we watch this movie all the time.
Well, what do you think it's so long for?
I'll take it later. We're gonna go wild card, and we're gonna go The Water Boy, 1998. Has to do with water. It's all about water. That's a classic. That's a banger of a movie. It's got to be top 5 for me, all time. So I'm gonna go with The Water Boy. My mama said The Water Boy was acceptable.
Your mama said, I respect your mom, so I'll respect that. But I hope those of you listening get over to Instagram and let people know what's happening in this draft. The corruption, the kind of picks that are happening with Waterboy being Pisces related.
Is it not
Well,
water?
hold on.
Water sign?
Yeah, all right.
Wild card is meant for you to plead your case.
Yeah, that's fine.
And,
Oh, well, okay,
Correct.
and
so-
Pisces, do you accept? It sounded like she accepted it. See?
I don't know.
I mean, what he said. Okay, what does the water boy do?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
He provides water. I mean, it's a water-based movie.
I just wanted listen. Pisces judge. If she gives the thumbs up, then great.
I'll give a 3/4
Yeah. So
That's a valid
Waterboy.
pick. See? Thumbs up. That's a valid pick.
thumbs up. The AI knows.
Excuse me. You're making me. I need some water. Okay.
A water boy would be perfect
Be
for you
great.
right now.
Well, never mind.
Especially those blessed from medicine man.
From Alaska, isn't it?
Yeah.
Glacier of Alaska. Okay, so I need to take. Now we're at the real deal here. We're at the real deal. I took my Pisces as the lead. I'm going to go with movies that make you cry. I mean, I'm going for the votes here. I'm going to be honest for this pick.
Okay.
And there's so many movies that make me cry. But the one I think makes everyone cry, and we talked about.
Okay, that's what makes it Pisces because we literally cry at everything.
Yeah, I mean, I got to see what house my Pisces is in, because it's got to be somewhere, because these things are sad. Okay, sorry. I'm going to give a bunch of honorable mentions for this one at the end, because there's so many to talk about here. But my pick, it's anytime you deal with a movie with kids going through turmoil and going through challenges, and you really remember what it's like to be a kid, is tough enough. But when you see this kid go through a death of their best friend, and he needs
Great
his,
pick.
he needs
Great
his glasses.
pick.
He needs,
You don't even
what,
have to say it. Great
what about
pick.
his glasses? Stand by
Fuck.
Me.
Yeah.
Or sorry, My Girl. Wrong movie.
Oh, yeah, My
wrong
Girl.
movie.
My Girl.
First of all, Stand By Me kind of makes me cry.
As well. Yeah. Wrong kids movie. But
Leeches.
No, My Girl. Yeah,
My Girl.
great.
If you have a heart and a soul and you watch that movie, you will be moved. Macaulay Culkin Macaulay Culkin's on a lot of great movies like that. What's the other one? The Bad Son?
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Evil Son with him and Elijah Wood.
I think it's
Like
called
this-
The Good Son.
The Good Son,
I
you're
think
right.
it's called The Good Son.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's around that time period when this one came out. But My Girl holds up. You've probably seen memes of it online. I need my glasses. But yeah, that's gonna make you cry every time. So
Yeah.
Pisces energy there.
That one gets you.
Okay, so that takes us to Erica now.
Okay. So I just have my psychic and movies that make you cry, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm actually, there's definitely going to be a shout out in the psychic department because I had so many movies that I was just like, fuck, I could use this one. I could use this one. But I'm going to go with one of my personal favorites and one that, she actually gets put into water to be given her ability back. And I'm gonna go with Constantine.
Mm.
With Keanu Reeves and Rachel Weisz. Rachel Weisz and her twin sister, who's also Rachel Weisz. Um, Trust me, that's needed after everybody thought Lindsay Lohan had a twin all their fucking life when they saw
Erica,
the
this is the Pisces draft, not the Gemini. You've picked two movies where one
Sorry.
actress play both roles.
Anyway,
Yeah, go ahead.
Constantine, yeah, so Rachel Weisz, both her and her twin sisters are psychics. You find out later that one of the sisters, the one who's a police officer, she kind of like represses and pretends that she can't see those things while her sister is put in a psych ward. And essentially it's the whole goal of the devil's son to get a hold of a psychic in order to open up the gates of hell onto Earth so that he can claim Earth. But that's why I say it's bonus points that she's actually held in water in order to bring forth her psychic abilities. And for all of my witchy girls out there, you know that water is the ultimate conduit for that type of stuff. So it's like absolutely perfect in the category for Pisces psychic. We're gonna take Constantine.
And you're saying double points because Rachel Weisz is a Pisces. You didn't know that. She is.
I did know that because I was looking at her earlier, but that'd be a triple bonus point.
You're such a hater. You're like, all right.
Yes, I have been a hater all my life.
Sure.
I'm the youngest of my family. Okay.
Yeah, I should have known. Okay. But speaking of which, funny enough, Facebook gave it gave me that reminder that we've been friends for 15 years, even though I think it's actually like 20 if we actually chalk it up. Or that we've known each other, whatever it says.
It's got to be longer than that because
it's like 20.
Mike, he's old as hell. That's why.
Bro, I'm like 6 months older than you.
So you, not to throw anybody under the bus, but I think you're 9 years older than me, Michael.
Yeah, I'm editing that out for sure.
Wow.
But that would have made me, I think, like in 7th grade.
Yeah, I mean, some back
like 6th or 7th grade, I think.
Since we're going down this road, some context for everyone. So I became friends with your cousin when we worked together at Raging Waters, and I was 6.
Bro, Raging Waters.
Yeah, that's where,
Very Pisces.
That's where it all started. That's my pick for employment, water. But yeah, so 16. That was fucking 23 years ago. So
yeah,
I'm sure I met you soon thereafter. Anyways. And same with Adrian. I feel like same thing. Just like 20, 21 years maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, we've known each other for a very long time.
All you youngsters out there, enjoy it. You're in the best time of your lives now.
You're mad at me for saying we have a 9-year difference, but you just came out with the word youngster.
Well, it's out there now. It's out there now. Shit. I mean,
well, you're gonna edit it out.
Nah, it's too late. We keep it real. Okay, so you have another pick, your last pick, which is
I do have another pick. It's the movies that make you cry. Yeah, and I might cry talking about it. Well, I have 2 that are in this category. I've talked about one before in the podcast, but I actually don't think I'm gonna pick it. It's just gonna be an honorable mention. But I'm gonna bring in the movie. And if it's been picked, let me know. I don't remember if anyone picked this. Remember the Titans?
No.
Yeah. If this movie doesn't make you cry, tear up, feel your heart just kind of being ripped up and stomped on the ground.
When Bertier gets hit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. And it's just like,
he's like pointing.
They've overcome. I'm going to start crying. They've overcome so much in the entire film. I mean, you have great performances from everybody who's in there. And to have that happen to him, like right after, like in celebration, breaks my absolute heart every single time. Like, it's a feel good but bittersweet kind of thing. But it definitely makes me cry. The movie I can cry to probably every single time I watch it. Really, really hits you deep.
I think that's the best Disney movie that like talks about something real, specifically like race relations at that time, and still being the Disney inspirational story and make you feel all the things. But that's another great example, like we're saying earlier, of a movie that can make you cry, not just because it's sad, but it's like it moves you. You get invested into these characters. That's where we met Ryan Reynolds, or not Ryan Reynolds, Gosling. Sorry, Ryan Gosling. I met Ryan Reynolds in Waiting. That was much
A
more.
fucking liability on that team, though. By the way,
Yeah, tough.
No mercy from me.
It was a good movie. I think because it's on TV all the time, I don't really watch it too often because I know it's there, but
Yeah,
it's great. It's great. Denzel, can't go wrong. Okay, my last pick.
except for maybe Gladiator 2.
That's tough. Yeah.
The accent, really? Nobody could have coached him on maybe sounding not like himself.
So,
in
Erica,
that time period.
which one makes you cry more, Radio or Remember the Titans?
I don't know, man. Those probably both equally make me cry like crazy. They're both of those I'd probably say are very high on my.
What made you
cry
think of
list.
Radio? Did you say Radio was your other one?
No, it just.
Oh, you're just thinking of a. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
she was saying Remember the Titans, and I was thinking like, yeah, that was sad, but I felt like Cuba Gooding as Radio was a little more sad for me, and so I would have.
I definitely cry during both of those movies, but I think Remember the Titans maybe holds a little bit more in my heart just because that was the movie that I had watched with my entire side of my Italian family. Like we watched it together and we were all like, oh, by the end of it, like bawling. And I think it's because I saw Remember the Titans before I saw Radio. So like I kind of was a little bit more prepared to like have like that feeling in my heart. So it, not that it didn't make me cry still, but I think that Remember the Titans for me is just a little bit more emotional, has more of like a familial presence for me.
Yeah, I think there's more characters to fall in love with in that movie than Radio too, right? Like there's more people to be invested in, so it's easier to get caught up in the emotion with the movie.
Yeah, each of them have their own story of what they're going through all at the same time while they're all going through something, it's a little bit of everything.
Agreed. Well, folks, we come to my last pick. I've got Wild Card available, so I can do just about whatever I want. Now, there's so many
within reason.
Boogie nice. No. Hey, man, there's a lot of good ones out here.
No, but is Luis Guzman a Pisces?
Is he? Don't tease me. Wait, I'm asking. Luis Guzman, astrological
He
sign.
might be a Virgo.
He's a Virgo. How do you know this off the top of your head? Oh,
I don't want to tell you.
Okay.
I don't want to tell you how I do these things.
That's why she's an 8. That's why she's an 8 as a psychic, folks. Watch out. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real. Don't worry, everyone. Okay. For my wild card, keeping Pisces in mind.
While he's stalling,
Yes, thank you.
I'll just say I recognized him as a Virgo because they are opposite our sign. So like we're sign number 12, they're opposite us at 6.
Interesting. I see what you mean. So they're like 6 months across the calendar.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You have your 12, so this half and then this half, and then we're directly across.
It's like a clock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, great job. I appreciate the extra details that let me think a little longer here. There's just so many good ones. Okay.
Fucking pick, Mike.
I'm gonna just fucking pick.
So while you're deciding, I'm gonna ask. So sharks count as fish?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you something else. If it's a person becoming a fish, like getting gills, does that count?
If you're talking about Harry Potter, I'm gonna say no.
I'm not. I'm talking about Waterworld.
But that's a body of water. Or you already have it.
Sure, I already have that, but I need fish.
Understand.
And the whole thing is he can breathe underwater because he's forming gills. So he's unique beyond everybody else.
You know what? I would take it.
Wow.
Okay.
He's he's turning into a fish-like creature in order to. I'll take it.
All right, she'll allow it, folks. Great job. I appreciate the stall.
You're
This has
welcome.
been very,
Yeah,
very.
what 2 stalls and you still don't have
And
them?
I'm ready. I'm waiting for you guys to stop. Your
Oh, okay,
conversation. So
okay.
I'm ready. Okay. So for wild card, there's a lot of movies to pick from, obviously, and the one that I'm gonna go with is the one that I was having thoughts about as a lead role. So I'm gonna pick it, and if you guys would like to protest because you don't think she's the lead, it'd be offensive to our princess, Carrie Fisher, and taking Empire Strikes Back in wild card because Carrie Fisher is a Pisces. Is she a lead?
No.
Wow, the disrespect. Oh, she's the lead actress, no? She's a
No.
Skywalker.
I'm going to say no.
The judge has spoken, folks. I hope everyone is paying attention to this blasphemous decision.
Because listen, I'm a Carrie Fisher stan. Billie Lourd, her daughter, great actress, love it. That movie is not centered around her actions. Her actions help what's happening in the movie.
I'm gonna clip this part of our podcast, put it to the polls, but I won't allow it. I mean, I won't take the pick. That's fine.
So put it in our stories. Just be like, after the poll is done, we need to know about this.
Yeah, clarify something here. We can have a fish man, but we can't have fucking Princess Leia. Okay. Okay, fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna take someone that is also. I'm gonna go Pisces as a lead wild card. Erica's boy, Oscar Isaac, and Ex Machina.
Nice.
That okay? He's a lead. He counts as a lead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure. You know. Okay. Ex Machina. If you haven't seen it, incredibly relevant. Alex Garland movie. His most recent movie was Civil War. And I had issues with that, but this one is incredibly well done, constructed. It's a bit of a suspense thriller. Have you seen this one, Adrian? Ex Machina? No. Oh, check it out, man. You dig it. It's essentially about AI. Think of head of ChatGPT, bring someone on to test AI, and then I don't want to give anything else away, even though it's a relatively older movie now.
I feel like I've seen it. I may have seen it. I thought it was pronounced Ex Machina.
What did I say? Yeah, Ex Machina. Yeah.
But I think I might have seen it. I'd have to revisit it.
Yeah. That's my pick. Oscar Isaac. My hot take.
We love Oscar Isaac.
My hot take. His only good movie?
No.
What do you got? Inside Llewyn Davis? You seen that? That thing's a lot of people like that, but it's boring to me.
Oh my god, I'm blanking on the name of it. I'm bad with names. This is like not fair.
She knows Luis Guzman's astrology, but I'm bad with names.
Something I've never looked up in my life, but I was like, oh yeah,
he's probably a Virgo. Okay, well, anyways, Ex Machina is my pick for wild card. If you haven't seen it, incredibly relevant with AI now. Check it out. That comes to Adrian with the last pick of the Pisces draft.
And I got fish left, right?
Yes, sir. All in suspense.
I also have another pick if you want to take it, if you don't like the pick.
I got my pick. Like I said, I'm going to stick with me and my kids. We watched this movie. It has a bunch of great actors that do voices. We're going to go an animated movie called Shark Tale.
I knew you were going to do that, yeah.
It came out in 2004. Will Smith was the lead voice. Robert De Niro was in it. Renee Zellweger, Jack Black, Angelina Jolie, Martin Scorsese. I was going to say, that one's
star-studded.
It was star-studded. It was a good movie. I liked it. We enjoyed it. It was a little mafia-type movie. Naturally with De Niro in it.
Yeah, I know. It's got to have some kind of mafia aspect.
That movie got overlooked because it came out literally the year after Finding Nemo. So like, it's always tough. It's kind of like Bugs Life and Ants, right? Like two similar movies coming out around.
DreamWorks just had like this like 10-year like span of like Disney would come out with their movie first, and then DreamWorks would try to compete, and it just
tough. Yeah.
It just felt like like
And then
Disney
Shrek came
Channel
along.
versus Nickelodeon. You know what I mean? Like Disney
Yeah.
Channel just had a way better budget, and so it was lower quality shows, lower quality movies. But that's what we grew up on. That's what I grew up on. Like I would much rather. I was a Nickelodeon kid more than a Disney kid.
Yeah, for sure. I think Disney
Yeah.
wins with movies at that time, and
For
Nickelodeon
sure.
was just Russian TV. Ah, Real
Oh, yeah.
Monsters, Doug. Was Doug ABC or Nickelodeon?
That's a PBS show, I think.
No, Doug?
Doug was not.
Nah.
Doug's the little guy, right?
No. Doug is the one that he had. Like they look like real teenagers, but they were like kind of
Skeeter,
funky.
his best friend Skeeter,
Yeah.
his dog Pork Chop.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at a little
Maybe before your
picture of-
time, since apparently we're decades older than you.
Shut the.
It is before
I'm
her
never gonna
time.
let that down.
I think so.
It is before her time.
But I watched All Real Monsters.
But I feel like you're like Recess or something.
I
no?
did watch
Yeah,
Recess. Yeah.
Recess was good.
Yeah, I did. That
Did
was.
you
I
guys
feel
ever
like
watch Rocket Power?
Yes.
Rocket Power was a fun one.
I can't wait till we get to our early childhood cartoon draft.
Nostalgia. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Shark Tale is your fish. That concludes our draft. So many honorable mentions.
A lot.
Can I just go down my list?
Yeah, do yours. Do yours.
Waterworld. Open Water was one I was gonna do for fish too. That was a terrifying movie. I still don't want to go on like snorkel or scuba diving.
Really?
Yeah, no bueno. And Open Water 2, when they just jump out the yacht and just forget to lower a ladder. Oh, that's hilarious to me.
Meanwhile, my friends at the beach are always like, "Where's Eric?" And I'm just like floating in
Yeah,
the
it's
ocean.
just floating away. It's all good.
I'm a Taurus. I stick to the land.
Oh, fair.
Pursuit of Happiness, one that makes you cry. That one
Oh,
Good
that
one.
one makes
had to
me
get
cry.
it. And Chuck Norris is a Pisces, and I was checking out that movie Sidekicks. I don't know if you guys ever saw it.
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
The boy that plays the teenager, I think he was like a 90s actor, ended up killing himself. But yeah, he like daydreams about Chuck Norris, and then Chuck Norris really like goes and competes in a competition with them.
Oh wow.
That's kind
Yeah.
of funny.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a Chuck Norris movie.
He's all asthmatic, little kid, and all he dreams about is winning a karate match with Chuck Norris.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So just to go off a few Pisces actors, we had Jonah Hill, Superbad, for example. Javier Bardem, I Had No Country for Old Men. We mentioned Tom Hanks, Saving Private Ryan.
Drew Barrymore has the same birthday as my daughter.
There you go.
Yeah, she's a Pisces.
Coming up. And we already picked The Wedding Singer. Otherwise, I would have thought for Drew Barrymore, The Wedding Singer.
Or E.T. because she was a lead actress in that. And that was like her first.
See, I would push back about her being a lead. She's not a lead.
I would put her at the lead.
No way.
She best friends the alien. What do you mean?
Bro, if Princess
No, but
Leia
it's
is not a
her- but
fucking
it's-
lead,
It's him and the
it's the son. It's the son
yeah,
and E.T.
the
and the
son.
brothers are more of
Elliot.
Reese's Pieces. And then, Sandra Bullock is a Pisces. I was thinking Speed.
Daniel Craig.
I had Catherine O'Hara on my list.
Catherine O'Hara.
But here's the
Queen
thing, right?
Latifah?
Remember how we were saying, like, is she a lead? I had Catherine O'Hara for Beetlejuice.
No, I would. Yeah.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have
Yeah.
done that.
Well,
even
now I
though
wouldn't
she's
accept anything.
Right.
After my ruling, that's
Right.
out.
bitter.
Just a few movies that make me cry, just so people know what a emotionally intelligent male I am. Mermaids. I don't know if you guys have seen Mermaids with Cher, young Christina Ricci, young Winona Ryder, Bob Haskins from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
You should have picked that movie. Anything with mermaids is so
Yeah.
Pisces.
Yeah. If you were the only person voting, yeah. I'm curious how many people would be like, how's this relate? But Mermaids, I watched it again. I watched a lot of stuff last year, clearly, but this one like really hit home. Please watch Mermaids if you haven't. It's a classic. And movies that make me cry because of like the spectacle. I think I might have mentioned it on the pod before. The Wizard of Oz is really powerful. Just to see what they could do at that time really moved me. And then last one I'll mention, which is almost an equivalent to that experience, but more modern. Babylon. I don't know if you seen this, Babylon. Incredibly ambitious movie that if you're a film lover, a history lover, batshit crazy movie lover, Babylon's for you. But it's so beautiful that you could tear up by the end of it. Any others you guys want to mention that we missed?
Movies that make me cry. I wanted to pick Field of Dreams, but that's more of like not that it's not a crying movie, it's just I remember the Titans, I think maybe makes me cry a little bit more.
Kevin Costner again. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Look at Adrian in his
I
tank.
did mention Field of Dreams the last time because that movie does make me cry when he finally asks his dad to play catch. I'm bawling. Like I'm literally like drenched.
Let's have a
in
catch.
tears.
Let's have a catch.
I also wanted to give out to 2 movies that I didn't pick that I was really torn about. But 2 Studio Ghibli.
Oh.
My birthday's coming up.
Balloons are
2 Studio Ghibli movies. I wanted to pick Spirited Away for Body of Water. Because Haku is literally the river that saves her from drowning when she's a little kid. Love that movie. One of the first movies that I watched from him that just absolutely stunning. If you haven't seen any of his movies, like highly recommend. And then for Fish, I also had Ponyo on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like you couldn't like not have Ponyo on the list. And then Psychic, I almost picked Final Destination.
That's pretty good.
Right? She like sees everything before it happens, and then everything's
I'm
all fucked up.
surprised none of us took anything X-Men related. I have Logan on my list, for example, for Psychic with Professor Xavier, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think with us too. This was maybe the first time we had a franchise movie in it. Like I picked Pirates of the Caribbean. We do a really good job of like not picking franchise movies, and I think we all kind of like stick to that as we go through. But that was on my mind because him and or Gene, like whichever movie that you end up liking like more, you could have picked any of those movies.
I almost went movie Be Water. It was 2020. There's a documentary about Bruce Lee. I almost thought about that one too as a wild card.
So when you're
Is Bruce Lee.
Here we go.
You should look him up.
He is not.
He might be. I think he might be a
Who do you
Leo.
think he is?
He is not.
Is he a Leo?
No.
Is he a fire sign?
No.
Is he a water
Liu
sign?
Kang. Liu Kang is the fire sign.
He's you're talking about his sun sign, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, sun.
Oh,
Yeah,
Brandon
Sun-
Lee? Oh, yeah.
No.
I
Oh,
get you.
bro.
Yes.
The
Yeah, never
literal
mind.
fire.
Never
No,
mind.
it's okay.
I'm not
it's
a
okay.
horoscope guy. Sorry.
You're not a horoscope.
Sorry.
It's okay. We're not mad
Over
at
my
you.
head. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
He's a Sag.
Yeah, whatever his son's. He's a fire sign.
Oh, sorry. I thought Sag was Earth. Isn't it Earth?
Fire.
I don't know. Okay. Well, good job. Just one last movie I'm going to mention because it made me cry when I was very young, and it's very silly, kind of, looking at it now. Adrian, you'll appreciate this. Born in East LA. What's happening? The part that always gets me, even when I've tried to rewatch it as an adult, is when the lady is selling the oranges, like on the freeway, and he ends up like buying the whole cart, and she's just so, I feel myself already right now. Just he takes the whole cart and gives her the money for it, and like oranges, gotta have it. Like, or no, I'm sorry, he gives the oranges to her. She wants to buy one, or the kid steals one. Something happens, but he ends up giving the whole orange cart as he's trying to sell them. And as a kid, I was like, what is happening to my face? But yeah, great draft. We ran a bit long, which I think shows what a great idea it was, Erica. Way to go.
Thank you.
For a quick recap, Adrian, you were first. Run through yours real quick.
All right. I went down the list. Kurt Russell was the lead in Big Trouble Little China. $1 Million Baby makes me cry. The Sixth Sense was Psychic. My Body of Water was Castaway. My fish movie was Shark Tale. And my wild card was the banger of them all, The Water Boy.
I feel like you could have drafted that.
Coach, he spit in the cooler.
I watched that actually recently also. It's still funny. It's very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So for me, I took The Shining for psychic first. And then I went Finding Nemo for fish. Body of Water, Titanic. Pisces as a lead, I went Pulp Fiction with Bruce Willis. Movies that make you cry, My Girl, You Need Those Glasses.
Just thinking about it makes
No.
me want to
Yeah.
cry.
And then wild card, I stuck with the Pisces lead, Oscar Isaac, Ex Machina. Erica, what'd you have?
All right. So I can never remember the order that I picked them in because I only put little stars next to what I
Oh, you
picked.
have like a list and then you like cross it
Yeah.
out. Is that what you're doing? Okay.
So for my Pisces lead, I took the Queen, Lupita Nyong'o in Us. Movies that make me cry, we're gonna go Remember the Titans. Psychic, we're gonna go Constantine with Rachel Weisz as our psychic. Body of Water, I went
Double
prior to the...
I see what you tried to do there. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm trying to explain my movie. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. For movies with fish, we're gonna go with Big Fish. And for I know that one made me mad.
That's the one.
And for wild card, we're gonna go with the Pisces Birthstone Aquamarine, the movie with Emma Roberts and Dodo and Sarah Paxton.
One vote on our Instagram, folks. That is our draft. We're going to be having the voting go from Friday when this releases until Sunday at midnight. We didn't mention it, but Erica is the new draft queen, winning our last draft. Technically, we were tied at midnight, just to say.
Yeah.
But you did get some during the late night hours, some of these late night voters. So tie goes to you. Way to go. But that's coming to an end here. Go vote at Instagram, seen this pod on Instagram, Blue Sky, seen this pod, Letterboxd, seen this pod, YouTube, seen this pod. Adrian, you know where you can check us out at?
Spotify. Let's go.
And Apple Podcasts. So check us out there. Go to our website, www.seeingthispod.com, for some other movie reviews and antics that go up there. And we'll see you next week, where I think it's time
Happy Pisces season
to have our Oscar episode. I'm kind of springing that on you guys, but
yes.
yeah, should we get dressed up, right? Like have like a suit on or a dress,
bow tie,
make it a whole thing, you know? Our Oscar episode.
I think I could pull up what I wear at my wedding.
Your t-shirt. Sure. Well, we'll figure it out, but make sure to tune in for that. Until then, stay safe.